Struggling to build stronger hamstrings and glutes? Trust me, you're not alone. But today, we're changing that. In this video, we'll break down the most effective exercises that will have your hamstrings and glutes growing like never before. Whether you're looking to increase strength, size, or just sculpt the perfect lower body, these moves are proven to get the job done. Trust me, these aren't just random exercises. They're carefully selected, results-driven, and personally tested by me. I'll guide you through each one with all the details you need to maximize your gains and see real progress. Our glutes and hamstrings work hand in hand to create the perfect lower body. The glutes are responsible for driving your hips forward, while the hamstrings work in sync to stabilize and control the movement. If you combine them, these muscle groups complement each other to enhance strength, power, and overall muscle development. When selecting the exercises for this video, I made sure each one checked off 3 key boxes. Number 1, progressive overload. This is the ability to consistently increase weight or intensity, ensuring your muscles are always challenged and growing. Number 2, muscle stretch. Each exercise maximizes the range of motion, fully stretching the muscle for better growth and flexibility. And number 3, overall feel. Some exercises may offer easy progressive overload and provide a constant stretch on the muscle, but if they aren't beginner-friendly or require complex techniques to learn, they didn't make the list. Let's kick off with the Bulgarian split squat. I know, many of you are probably cringing right now, and you might even be cursing me for suggesting this, but trust me, it's one of the most effective exercises for targeting both the glutes and hamstrings. Here's a pro tip to make this move more comfortable and even more effective. Try doing it on the Smith machine. The added stability helps you focus on the movement without worrying about balance, allowing you to really isolate those muscles. You can also tweak your stance to shift the focus to different areas. If you want to really target your glutes, place your front foot a bit further away from the bench. This will activate the glutes more as you lower into the squat. If you move your foot closer, it shifts the emphasis onto your quads. For an extra challenge, elevate your front foot on a plate or another raised surface. This increases the range of motion, forcing your muscles to work through a deeper stretch and adding more tension for better hypertrophy. The best part? You can get all of these muscle building benefits without needing to go super heavy. So, don't let the difficulty scare you off. This move will pay off big time for both strength and size. Let's shift our focus to seated hamstring curls. Now, while this exercise doesn't directly activate the glutes, it's one of the best movements for isolating and targeting the hamstrings. It's a staple in any hamstring routine, and when done correctly, it can lead to serious gains in both size and strength. The key to getting the most out of this exercise is making sure the machine is set up properly. Adjust the pad so that it rests above your ankles, and make sure your knees are aligned with the machine's pivot point. This will ensure proper range of motion and helps you avoid straining your knees. When you begin the movement, focus on a slow and controlled contraction. Don't rush through the reps. A slow, deliberate squeeze at the top of the movement helps maximize muscle engagement and ensures you're really isolating the hamstrings. On the way down, resist the weight to make each rep as effective as possible. This eccentric part of the movement is crucial for muscle building. For an extra challenge, try pausing at the bottom for a second before you begin the curl, or even incorporating partial reps at the end of your set to push your muscles past failure. The seated hamstring curl may not work the glutes directly, but it's an essential exercise for building that strong, defined lower body. Don't skip it. The brother of the seated hamstring curl is the lying hamstring curl, and it's another incredible exercise to target the hamstrings. While it works much the same way as the seated version, the difference in positioning creates a slightly different angle, allowing you to engage the hamstrings from a different perspective. With the lying hamstring curl, you're in a prone position, which forces the hamstrings to work harder to extend your legs, creating a deep contraction at the peak of the movement. To get the best results, make sure the pad is placed just above your heels, not too low on your calves. This will help you fully activate the hamstrings and avoid unnecessary strain on the lower legs. Just like with the seated version, focus on slow and controlled movements, especially on the eccentric portion. Lowering the weight slowly for 2 to 3 seconds can really increase muscle tension, leading to better growth. For a greater challenge, try doing single leg curls. This not only isolates each hamstring individually, but also helps correct imbalances between your legs. You can also pause for a second at the top of each rep to really squeeze those muscles. The lying hamstring curl complements the seated version perfectly by hitting the hamstrings from a slightly different angle, and when used together, they ensure balanced development for your legs. The Glute Ham Raise is often compared to the Nordic hamstring curl, but it actually offers slightly better activation for both glutes and hamstrings. This movement targets the posterior chain in a way that maximizes muscle engagement throughout the entire range of motion. What sets the Glute Ham Raise apart is its strong emphasis on the eccentric lowering phase, which is crucial for building hamstring strength and improving overall stability. To perform the exercise correctly, position yourself on the Glute Ham Raise machine with your knees slightly bent and your feet secured. Start by extending your hips and knees fully before lowering yourself towards the floor. The key here is to control the descent. Don't let gravity do the work. Slowly lower yourself until you reach the point just before your legs are fully extended. Then use your hamstrings and glutes to return to the starting position. The eccentric lowering phase is particularly effective for muscle growth because it places more tension on the muscles, which is shown to stimulate greater hypertrophy. Plus, it helps strengthen the hamstrings in the lengthened position, which is often overlooked in other exercises. Not only does the Glute Ham Raise help build strength, but it also reduces the risk of hamstring injuries by improving flexibility and resilience. It's a highly effective move for both strength and injury prevention, making it a must-have in any leg workout routine. To take your results to the next level, the Barbell Glute Bridge on a Smith machine is an excellent variation you should consider adding in your workout. The Smith machine offers a unique advantage by providing stability throughout the movement, which helps you maintain perfect form and control during every rep. This setup allows you to focus entirely on driving your hips upward, maximizing glute activation without worrying about balancing the barbell. What makes this variation so effective is that it eliminates any unnecessary movement in the upper body, allowing you to target the glutes with greater precision. By keeping your upper body stable and ensuring your shoulders remain firmly placed on the bench, you can really isolate the glutes and hamstrings, leading to better muscle engagement and development. Additionally, the Smith machine's controlled path ensures that each rep is consistent, which is key for progressive overload. As you increase weight, this controlled movement helps maintain safety and focus, giving you more confidence to push yourself harder. For an extra challenge, try pausing at the top of the movement for 1 to 2 seconds to fully contract your glutes and increase the time under tension. Whether you're just starting out or looking to add intensity to your routine, the Smith Machine Glute Bridge is a game changer for building stronger, more defined glutes. The Barbell Glute Bridge and Hip Thrust are both excellent exercises for building strong glutes, but they differ slightly in execution and the way they activate the muscles. The main difference lies in the range of motion and how your body is positioned during each exercise. The Hip Thrust, with your shoulders elevated on a bench, allows for a much greater range of motion. The extended range allows for a deeper glute contraction, activating the glutes more intensely and helping to achieve better overall development. The elevated position also allows for a more explosive movement, which can lead to greater strength and hypertrophy over time. On the other hand, the Barbell Glute Bridge is performed on the floor, which limits the range of motion slightly. While you're not able to lower the hips as deeply, this variation still targets the glutes and hamstrings effectively. The position on the floor does, however, reduce the intensity of the glute contraction when compared to the hip thrust. But don't be fooled. This exercise still provides significant activation, especially when performed with the right technique and added weight. Both exercises are incredibly effective, but the key is to use them strategically in your routine. The hip thrust can be your go-to for maximum glute activation, while the Barbell Glute Bridge is a great option when you want to target the same muscles with a more stable movement. By incorporating both exercises into your workout, you can ensure that you're hitting the glutes from different angles, leading to more balanced and complete muscle development. If you have any questions about these exercises or other movements, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll do my best to respond as quickly as possible. And if you want to achieve a Greek god physique naturally, make sure to watch my full video series where I cover the best exercises for each muscle group.